Yo, what's good, guys? We are back at it again with another MLB The Show 24 video for you guys. Today, I want to bring a decision that we are all going to have to make to your attention. This is an important decision. It might be the most important decision you have to make the first 2 weeks of the game being out, and that's going to be who to take out of this hitter captain's pack. They're doing it a little bit weird this year. You're only going to get 2 of these guys for free, so your decision matters a lot. If you mess up and pick somebody you don't want to pick, it's going to cost you 25,000 stubs. If you mess up and take 2 people that you don't want to have on your team long term, it's going to cost you 50,000 stubs. So this is an important decision, especially if you are strictly no money spent. You can see I have been grinding. I'm at about 87,000 XP right now. I'm sure there's people that have more game time than me, that have grinded more efficiently than me, that are getting close to getting this pack. So I think it's an important decision. I want to point out who you guys should take out of this pack. I would stress to you guys, take the meta options. Take the guys that are going to help you win more games right now. Be it offline, make the offline grind a little less painful, or be it online. You want to win more ranked games early on. I want to show you guys the meta options I would be considering out of here. Mancini. This is one of the few cards that do not make the Buxton team that I would consider taking out of this pack. His stats are pretty crazy. And most people really enjoy his swing year to year. Lindor, you would think would be good, and he will be all right. His swing is good, so it'll make the stats seem not as bad, but really these stats are subpar and not really what you're looking for right now. This is the first and potentially best option in this pack. I picked him. You'll see I have parallels on him already. Basically, this card makes the Buxton team, and he is absolutely nuts. Number 1, the base running. If you are a base running fiend, he is 99.99. One of the few people in the game right now that is 99.99. And honestly, stealing seems a little overpowered so far from what I've seen. Also, with the Buxton boost, he is getting diamond fielding at shortstop. So that is a premium defensive position that you don't have to worry about making errors at. He can make exceptional diving plays for you, and he has a good arm. At this point of the game, 83 arm is great. You're not going to find too many shortstops with that quality of an arm. There's one guy later in this pack that we will see does not have that type of arm. So you're looking at that. You're looking at low 90s power with an awesome slap swing. A lot of people really like slap swings. I don't like slap swings, but I do enjoy Alberto Mondesi's swing every year. He is so good. This card's great, and I think he's probably the best option out of this pack. There's only really one other guy I think that's challenging him for that. Springer. If you enjoy Springer cards, this is potentially the best early game Springer we've ever gotten. You can see, on paper, not that crazy. But when you look at the vision and realize he makes the Buxton team, you're looking at 115 power against righties, and like, 95-ish, something like that against lefties. Don't really feel like doing a ton of math right now. But basically, you're looking at mid-90s against lefties, super high against righties. And he's getting that speed boost. The Buxton team is giving him 10 more speed, so he's getting 81 speed to where he's actually playable in center. And he will have a diamond shield, so he won't be dropping any balls, won't be making any errors for you guys. So that is very valuable. If you enjoy Springer, if you enjoy his swing, he always has a really good swinging game. This is potentially one of the best Springer cards we've ever got this early. Frank's cool. Does not make the Buxton team, unfortunately, but he is still very good without it. If historically you enjoy Frank cards, this card's pretty nasty and is not a bad option. Obviously has an insane amount of quirks. With that power, he's going to play crazy. Gallo. This is why I'm making this video for you guys. I regret taking Gallo. He is very good, but he doesn't really benefit from the Buxton team, and I want to go full meta. I want to be running, 13 Buxton team players on my team. But also positional versatility. I thought when I was signing up for this Gallo card, I was getting a Gallo that could play first and third base also. Really, he can only play in the outfield. And he's not a super great defender even on the Buxton team. You are looking at a diamond shield, but you're only looking at 62 speed, and he doesn't really benefit that much. What is he getting from the Buxton team? He's getting 15 power against righties. Really, if you have a good enough swing, the difference between 110 power and 125 is going to be very minimal. So I regret this pick. There is somebody in this pack I would have rather taken, and he is right next to him. Dan's boy. This card is disgusting. He is the only guy in this pack, I think, that's challenging Alberto Mondesi for the best option. This card is crazy. You're looking at 90, 100, 97, 95. Or, no, 98. 88. Math is hard. Math is hard. You're looking at 88 power against righties, 87 power against lefties. So that's still elite, especially with his swing. He also kind of has a slap-ish swing. A lot of people really enjoyed the World Series reward one from last year. And when you look at the fielding, it's crazy. He's going to have 99 fielding. The arm is a little suspect. So I would probably play him at second base or third base. It's not going to matter because he's getting the Buxton boost, which means no matter where you play him, he's still going to be a diamond fielder. And he's going to have 87 speed, which is relatively elite speed at this point of the year. Quirks-wise, only really has bad ball hitter. But he is gross with the Buxton team. He is probably, debatably, the best option in this pack. Adam Dunn's great. He is strictly a DH, but he is very comparable to the live series Yordan Alvarez, who is a lot of people's universal DH1 right now. So if you want a card that is comparable for free, Adam Dunn is pretty nasty. Also has pretty much every hitting quirk in the game, other than it looks like breaking ball. So this card's tough. Probably won't play him in the outfield, but if you just want a DH, or if Adam Dunn is one of your favorite players, that is a very good card. Schwarber, I'd probably stay away from. He just really struggles against lefties. The swing is very good. If he had catcher secondary, I think he would be one of the better options in this pack. Without that secondary, I'd probably stay away from him. If you really, really, really like Schwarber, it's not a terrible option, but I'd probably stay away. Eugenio, this might be the most slept on card in this pack. Everybody that uses an Eugenio card says he has one of their favorite swings of the entire year. And basically, you're getting a shortstop / third baseman that has maxed out power, gold fielding, diamond potentially at third base if you superfractor this card. And he's not ridiculously slow. You add the Buxton boost, he has 42 speed. This card's pretty crazy. I think he is super slept on. Might be one of my free picks when I do get there with the XP. Other than that, Matt Carpenter, awesome. I wanted to take him. Trust me, I did. I absolutely love Matt Carpenter every single year. Does not make the Buxton team, and I don't think his stats are necessarily good enough to justify taking him. That being said, I might still take him with my XP pick, but I'm doing that knowing that that's probably not one of the best picks. And then this is the last pickable guy, I think, in this pack, in my opinion. Davey P. If you always like his swing, he always has a super butter, like Carlos Gonzalez type of swing. You will love this card. You're looking at 107 against righties and, 97 against lefties. That will play. He's not going to be ridiculously slow after you put him on the Buxton team. He's going to have 73 speed and gold fielding as long as you keep him in his primary of left. So that card's nasty. He's a great option. If you like David Peralta, if you're a D-backs fan, that's an awesome choice. Other than that, I would probably stay away from a lot of the other guys in that pack. The pitcher captains, I think, is a lot more cut and dry. I think there's only a couple good options. Felix isn't bad. The problem with Felix is you can just go buy his live series. If you are strict, no money spent, and you saving that like $18K that his live series costs is that big for you, then sure, you can probably take him. But chances are, by the time you've, accumulated, like, what is this pack at? 225,000 XP, you've probably earned 18,000 stubs. And if you really want Felix, you'll just go buy him. Other than that, in this pack, Taylor Rogers looks like one of the best lefty relievers in the game right now. If you guys remember his mini-season card last year, it was pretty much everybody's go-to lefty reliever for the first month. This card is very similar in that regard. Griffin Canning, he doesn't look terrible. He doesn't look great. That's kind of the story of a lot of the pitchers in this pack. Like Lance Lynn, we know he has the pitch mix. But the problem is everybody's pretty much on all-star or lower right now, and his through nines are not very good in general. Tyler Matzik. If you enjoyed Tyler Matzik last year, he's back. He's not going to be as good as you remember him, probably, because he was best on Hall of Fame and Legend. But he is still a very good lefty reliever option. Still has that same pitch mix. So he's not a bad option at all out of this. Rob Nin would be cool if he had a fourth pitch, if he had outlier. He does not. I'd probably stay away. This is a bad pick. I know a lot of people that are newer to the game are going to see Syndergaard and want to take Syndergaard. They're going to think he looks absolutely nasty. He's not. He's always a fraud in the show. He always sucks in the show. and you never see him pass very low ranks. Sir Anthony Dominguez. This card's pretty tough. He does not have his 5-pitch mix that a couple of his cards have gotten in the past, but those 4 pitches work so well in tandem together. He has the highest possible hits through 9 right now, which is pretty big, seeing how many perfects are hit this year. So that's a great option. Corbin, I'd probably stay away from. What made Corbin the best in the past, in my opinion, is his slider was like 89 miles an hour. He's not doing that this year. He's not throwing 89-mile-an-hour sliders. He's not running a fastball up to like 95, 97. So you're just really picking him to throw that super slow, trollish curveball that's probably going to get banged if you play anybody that's decent at the game. So I would stay away from him. Yu Darvish, good control freak with an awesome pitch mix. Probably not somebody I'm taking right now. The hits are a little bit low. Sonny Gray honestly doesn't look too bad. Daniel Bard is about the only guy I would say this pack is worth buying to get. Other than that, I would probably just wait until you get far enough along in the XP path and just take whoever you want for free. Daniel Bard might be worth buying the pack for. He looks like a ridiculous reliever right now. You have 114 hits through 9 with an outlier sinker and a pretty good mix. If you remember his card last year, this is basically that exact same card. So he might be worth buying the pack to get, I'll be honest. Joe Kelly doesn't look bad. Honestly, he has a 4-pitch mix with, I believe, an outlier sinker. So he's not bad, but he's not Daniel Bard. Drew Pomeranz, as a lefty reliever, doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look great either. And then Kevin Gausman, definitely not touching. So that is my opinion. I think there's like 4 guys in this pitching pack that are worth taking. And I think there's only one that's worth buying the pack. If you want to go buy the hitters pack, I think there's some awesome players in there that can make a large impact for your team. Probably not buying the pitching pack for anybody. Unless you're just queuing up ranked and you have stubs to burn, I'd probably stay away from actually buying that pack. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. I want to bring to your guys' attention just how impactful those packs are. Because if you make the wrong decision, it's costing you a lot of stubs. 25K this early in the game, that's John Donaldson. That's a solid starter for your team. So I would watch out. I would be cognizant. I would be very careful about who you pick. Try to stick to the meta options, and then down the road, if you have 25K burning a hole in your pocket, and you want to go get your team captain that you support, then that's a decent alternative down the road, but not somebody I would be taking right now. And yeah, till next time, guys, that is it. If you did enjoy the content, I would urge you to like and subscribe. Till next time, peace.